So, do any of you remember those Mickey Mouse cartoons from the 1930s? You know, the ones that were just put out on DVD a few years ago. Well, here there is one that was unreleased to even the most avid classic Disney fans. According to sources, it's nothing special, it's just a continuous loop, like the Flintstones, of Mickey walking past 6 buildings that goes on for about 2 or 3 minutes before fading out. Unlike the cutsy tunes put in though, the song on this cartoon was not a song at all, just a constant banging on the pianos of the keys for a minute and a half before going to white noise for the remainder of the film. It wasn't the jolly old Mickey we've come to love either. Mickey wasn't dancing, not even smiling, just kind of walking as if you or I were walking, with a normal facial expression. But for some reason his head was tilted side to side as he kept this dismal look. Up until a year or two ago, everyone believed that after it cut to black, and that was it. When Leonard Maltin was reviewing the cartoon to be put into the complete series, he decided it was just too junk to be on the DVD. But he wanted to have a digital copy due to the fact it was a creation of Walt. When he had a digitalized version upon his computer to look at the file, he noticed something. The cartoon was actually 9 minutes and 4 seconds long. This is what my source emailed to me. In full, he is a personal assistant of one of the higher executives at Disney the State, and acquaintance of Mr. Maltin himself. After it cut to black, it stayed like this until the 6th minute, before going back into Mickey walking. The sound was different this time. It was a murmur. It wasn't a language, but more like a gargled cry. As the noise got more indistinguishable and louder over the next minute, the picture began to get weird. The sidewalk started to go in directions that seemed impossible, based on the physics of Mickey's walking, and the dismal face of the mouse was slowly curdling into a smirk. On the 7th minute, the murmur turned into a blood-curdling scream, the kind of scream painful to hear, and the picture was getting more obscure. Colours were happening that shouldn't have been possible at the time. Mickey's face began to fall apart. His eyes rolled onto the bottom of his chin like 2 marbles in a fishbowl, and his curdled smile was pointing upward on the left side of his face. The building became rubble floating in the mid-air, and the sidewalk was still impossibly navigating in warped directions. A few seemed inconceivable with what we as humans know about directions. Mr. Maltin got disturbed and left the room, sending an employee to finish the video and take note of everything that happened until the last second, and afterward immediately stored the disc and a cartoon in the vault. This distorted screaming lasted until 8 minutes and a few seconds in, and then abruptly cuts to Mickey Mouse's face at all the credits at the end of every video, with what sounded like a broken music box playing in the background. This happened for about 30 seconds. Whatever was in that remaining 30 seconds, I haven't been able to get a sliver of information about. From a security guard working under me who was making sounds outside of the room, I was told that after the last frame, the employee stumbled out of the room with pale skin, saying, "Real suffering is not known," 7 times, before speedily taking the guard's pistol and offing himself on the spot. The thing I could get out of Leonard Maltin was that the last frame was a piece of Russian text that roughly said "Slights of hell bring its views back in." As far as I know, no one else has seen it, but there has been dozens of attempts at getting the file on rapid share by employees inside the studio, all whom have promptly terminated of their jobs. Whether it got online or not is up for debate, but if rumours serve me right, it's online somewhere under Mouse.avi. If you ever find a copy of the film, I want you to never view it, and contact me by phone immediately, regardless of the time. When a Disney death is covered up as well as this, it means it has to be something huge. Get back to me at TR.